can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. Hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You that chop line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
What people do in no money, what people at you in no at you. COVID money missing way in the your little rat you. Use the youth the money waste and bust a man to statue. Say me like a catch you but bigger than a figure you. Take this script of money galang and say that is not you. One day the man above end up him a got a bet. Too much it in the kitchen some a fly by like a patu. My singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me
300% raise.
It burn me
Garbage pile up the day.
It burn me
Give the teacher them raise.
It burn me
I see corruption face.
It burn me
Mash down the people them house.
It burn me
Every day appear arms out.
It burn me
Appear money them a thief.
It burn me
And them a
Corruption is a vile disease that sucks and drains the health out of something good. Corruption in society is an evil moral infection that keeps community in the state of perpetual sickness. Corruption is a moral virus. It's so potent it leaves its host sick, lethargic, and unable to realize and accomplish all that a well person can. Where corruption thrives, poverty and not prosperity thrives. Wealth is grabbed into the greedy, grubby hands of those who get fat on the toil and labor of good people. Corruption benefits, only temporarily, those who participate in it. Everyone else is a victim of the theft, the deceit, the dishonesty, and the lies that corruption feeds on. You need to know that a corrupt person is stealing from you. Corruption is filthy work and despicable acts of treachery done under the table and behind closed doors. Corruption is a disgusting shame. Corruption keeps a nation back from true development and from progress. Wise investors steer clear of a corrupt environment. They would rather put their resources into a place where the playing field of opportunity is equal for all and not bent towards feeding the financial lust of corrupt, lying, cheating, thieving politicians and government officials. How many wonderful development projects have been lost because the investors didn't want to do business in a swamp of evil? When those great projects go to another nation or to some other place, we all lose. Believe me when I tell you that corruption steals from you, it steals from all of us. Corruption plunders the nation's wealth. Corrupt people compromise on truth, equity, and fairness, choosing instead to feed off the short-term benefits of crookedness, exploitation, and financial perversion. Corruption is not just a personal matter. It's a culture. It's a way of life, not just for individual people, but for companies, communities, governments, and nations. Corrupt nations, hiding behind large companies, will seek to invest in other weak nations in order to take over the assets of the nation that they've invested into. They will provide financial loans to a nation for the much-needed infrastructure, and they will do it with assets that they provide. They will sign contracts by lining the pockets of rotten government officials who participate in this kind of corruption and are then held hostage by their own deceit and greed. Corruption is nothing less than a form of theft and national robbery. A corrupt person steals from everyone in society.
Good morning. Such is the politics of the world. We live in a corrupt environment. Good morning and welcome to the At a Glance program. This is the Global Television Group. Welcome one and all to my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, Debbie Jarvis TV, Natalia Freeman. Good morning, RJ, Country Gal 84, Sheila to read, Evelyn Riley, real sweet, Sharon Bernard, Killeta Turner, Georgia Dennis, Deb, Joan Bailey, Keith Matthews, Miranda Razat. Abena Sarkode, how are you? Eat and teach. Well, go on. Morning, everybody. Morning. Don't think I'm going to talk about an election this morning. There's nothing to talk about election-wise. Is it? Nothing. Agency, Jiva 5. How are you? How are you, agency? How you do? You all right? We're not going to talk about an election. We don't have time for that. Is there one good? No, not at all. We are keeping with the ills of this government. We're keeping to the corruption of this government. A man that draw his children into crime, his crime. A man that drew his mother and father, whichever one of them, into his crime. That is what we want to talk about. We don't want to talk about the distraction. But what we're going to talk about this morning is the media circus, Bishop Lewis Wilson. The media circus of the Prime Minister and their narrative of trying to distract from a shameful situation involving the Prime Minister. We have a look at a few things to look at as well. But I want to say to the PNP, can you know, say me not like, no, me not depend on nobody's side. Look here, don't depend on nobody's side. Free for talk, free for tie half to anyone I know and drag as far as I want to. I saw yesterday you all came out robustly to defend the integrity of the People's National Party as pro the propaganda of the Jamaica Labour Party and the swirling of how they are leaking and then I blame it on IC and PNP. I wish People's National Party, the issues that are of concern to the people, want to address them robustly in the media, as you did yesterday with the IC, but we will get to that. Never mind. We will get to that. But let us look at what we have on our slide here. I'm going to stop, come back to what I want. Hello, media. And all that on the way a fool with. I'm going to stop talking about earthquake, please. Can somebody tell the people the truth? Can somebody be honest to the people? Or we just go draw them along, so the unstoppable one? Can somebody be honest to the people? What kind of earthquake every minute, so? Why don't you tell them about the drilling and the fracking that is going on, whether it be onshore or offshore, that is causing the tremors? Is it tremors as a consequence of global warming, as you all want us to believe, Simone Bedford? Or is it that, given that United Oil and Gas has signed a renewal of the license for 2 years in January of this year, Rosemary, they would have stepped up their drilling and fracking, is it not? But them don't find no oil. Them just dig into bloody oblivion, is it not? Daily Fund. They are digging into oblivion. Is it fracking, drilling, or earthquake? Because we are fools, you see. We are fools who think the earthquake could have just have issue with Jamaica, so. So since United Oil and Gas step up them drilling, we just have earthquakes, so. Aren't we so fools? Which part we come from? Born back a cow, aren't we? Why the observer and the lock them will come tell we every day about earthquake? Why don't go do an investigation? And that's not a journalist, is it not? Or not a journalist for just walk and make up JLP propaganda and have newfound investigation for just a dash out a road so. When nobody never knows so now do, but when come up with findings and on the findings bamboozle and collude with such when Augusta were not near so. The media warfare of these JLP paid media broadcasters, rather than doing investigative and proper media work, when on a run back a wedding dress, when I run behind entertainers, or when I just tell damn lies on behalf of the government, Marcia Thomas. Go and investigate. Pay one of the environmental upstairs is to help one do deep digging and see if it's earthquake or drilling. Because we're a fool, you see. We born yesterday. Remember, Everard Warmington did tell us so if we expect them more frequently. Why weren't not Everard Warmington, the liar Deadman Mackenzie? I'm sure someone remember. When Deadman Mackenzie turn up on the podium and tell us, say, one of the expect more frequent natural disasters such as earthquake and upstairs is Rosie. So they might prepare with bros, but them not tell we see a drilling, you see. That they want to walk and fool with. So tell we see a drilling, man. Tap walk and tell we say earthquake, yes, a earthquake, yes, a no. Drilling and fracking. They've just renewed their license. Did they not? In January of 2024. So them step up them drilling and them fracking. Your government is putting you in danger, my people, and they're telling you lies. In order to serve their master's economic and security gain, they're putting your life at risk. But they're telling you it's natural disaster and act of God. Let's move on to the next on the slide. We're a shameless nation. We thief from the live, we thief from the dead. We are a shameless nation. We are a nation, Pauline Dixon, who have lost our humanity. We are a nation who have lost our feeling. We are a nation who've lost brotherly and sisterly love. We are a nation going nowhere. Because we the people don't care. What are those who we put in place of power and position? Good God Almighty. Good God Almighty. Uno kill him already. Under the glare of camera. Because airport full of camera. Uno turn around and thief pan him. Uno kill him. That was. Uno ask for $400 just to call an ambulance. Uno kill him, Jamaica. Uno turn round, thief from it. We're a disgraceful nation, aren't we?
That is at Cornwall Regional is not available. And for them to call a private ambulance, the person on the phone has to approve the payment of $400. They have to confirm that it's okay for them to call the ambulance and noting the payment of $400. So I said, we have to wait for them to do that to get help for the man. The man need help. The man, I saw the man get up and never sick.
Let me say to Montego Bay Airport, this woman have no reason to lie. This woman have no reason to lie. She's an eyewitness, Don Fox Morning. Why you think somebody would have made up that story and camera? Wade Evans. Something she tell us that I don't like doing these incidents, but it was so grave a risk to all of us that she thinks she need to come and camera. Why you think she's going to lie about a situation which we're all aware of, that we have no adequate or none at all emergency support in Jamaica for any reason, whether it's an airport, it's a this, it's a that, or whatever. We just don't have those services. Why do you think she would lie? Montego Bay Airport.
Somebody gap, or what they call it, catch breath in my entire life. First time I'm seeing that. Right? And the man was gapping. Right? And the man was saying, so I said, why you need to tell them that? Why you need to get $400 or to confirm that then we pay $400 before you call that? You understand? So that is stupid. So the nurse was saying if they can't get the ambulance, then they'll get the taxi. I said, miss, get the taxi. I'll pay the money for him. I'll pay the taxi. Get the taxi. Get the taxi.
I'm sorry, people, my system is freezing.
Understand? So they tried to let me know that it's protocol.
My system
They have to get
is...
approval from the family member to call.
I'm very sorry about this. Are you having problems on your end? I'm having a bit of problem on mine.
To call the ambulance. To call the private ambulance, which will cost.
Thief. 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 Care back the people them. Something. Thief. Or not kill him. Cecilia. Georgia did it. Sorry about the freezing. It's a system run aside, yes, so I regularly have these problems sometimes. StreamYard does play up at times, but bear with. If it gets bad, let me know. But care about the people them something. Thief. 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 Care about the people them something. We not kill him. And then we not turn around and thief from him. Heartless Jamaica. Jamaica that has lost its humanity. Care back the man something. The state of Jamaica and the international airport of Montego Bay have acted disgracefully. United Airlines is a carrier for passengers from Jamaica. to the United States. United Airlines is under no duty, none whatsoever, to provide. Brenda, Wagwan. Under no duty to provide emergency service if the incident did not took place in flight. This is about a reckless, failed state of Jamaica. JetBlue. This has nothing to do with JetBlue. Not one iota. This is a failed Jamaica. This is the Jamaica that has failed all of us when it comes to health care and emergency services across the country, which a lot of us hold dearly who live within the diaspora. This has nothing to do with JetBlue. This didn't happen in flight. This happened on Jamaica's soil. If a Jamaica passenger fell down in a British airport, that has nothing to do with the airline if emergency services are not adequately provided. It would be about the healthcare of Britain that would come under scrutiny. This has nothing to do with JetBlue. Nothing. It's a failed Jamaica. It's a failed Jamaica.
I'm grateful, sir. Draw out everything and show the world. And where the blood clot this? And where the blood clot this?
Kill him, and then you turn around and thief from him. What's there to celebrate Jamaica? This my sweet Jamaica now left ya. And if you drop down a road, you're dead a road. Huh? The reason why you should vote, the reason why you should not sell your vote, the reason why it's important to vote, the reason why your vote matters. Try to understand this poem.
Namaste, good morning. I need you to travel with me this morning. Use a little bit of imagination. We're going to go 1 year into the future. January 2026. And we're looking at an election that didn't go our way. And here I am trying to justify to myself and my peers why I didn't vote. The name of this piece is I Didn't Vote. I didn't vote, and now my outspoken activist son is locked up. I didn't vote, and now my daughter has no options if she gets knocked up. I didn't vote because it was my right and my choice. I didn't vote, and now I find that I have no voice. I didn't vote. I chose to be a spectator. I didn't vote, and now I wake up to live under a dictator. I didn't vote because so many of my neighborhood said it didn't matter. I didn't vote listening to some of the rappers and all their negative chatter. I didn't vote, and I can't believe some of the racist idiots that have been appointed. I didn't vote, and in my spirit, I feel my ancestors are so disappointed. I didn't vote, and that really wasn't cool. I didn't vote, and I realized I've been played for a fool. I didn't vote, and to all those civil rights warriors, that was a sign of disrespect. I didn't vote, and now my children and grandchildren will feel the negative effect. I didn't vote because I didn't realize how much was at stake that day. I didn't vote, and now watching our freedoms and rights being taken away. I didn't vote, and I can't believe there were so many others like me. None of us could imagine how bleak our future could be. I didn't vote because I never thought Project 2025 would be enacted. I didn't vote, and now watching the history of our nation be totally redacted. Brothers and sisters, make no mistake, we are under attack. Some of these sick folks are serious about taking their country back. Now I've been to the future, and for us it doesn't look good. I don't care if you live in the penthouse, the burbs, or even the hood. Now I'm back to 2024, and like a Jehovah's Witness, I'm gonna get in the streets and knock on every door. Now we just watch our athletes go to Paris on their mission, and they did their part. Make it your mission to get to the polls and vote for the person that has your best interests at heart. Thank you.
Vote for those who have your best interests at heart. Andrea Joan Hamilton Wilson. I am one that is very dictatorial when it comes to voting. I do think there should be a mandatory voting law. Mandatory. It's illegal not to vote. When you do not vote, you are saying to those in power, nothing really matters. That's why sometimes your voices really do not matters to them, because you gave up your right to decide who runs the affair of the country. When you sell your vote, you are committing a crime against the next generation. What you also did is show flagrant disregard and disrespect for those who stand on the front line, those who gave their blood, those who gave their rights for the power to vote. There was a point in time where only white men with property could vote. You've all heard of the suffragettes and all the other women movement. Those women, those civil rights activists who stood on the front line and fought with their blood and their life for the right for us to vote in a democratic society. When you decide not to vote, when you sell your vote, what you are saying to corrupt political officials, it is okay. I am of the view that it should be illegal not to vote. Even if you want to go to the ballot box and spoil your ballot box, it's a demonstration that I do not agree with any of you. But to stand in silence at the point where you're given a choice, and then to come back later after not exercising that choice, and to come back and complain, that's why your voice is not being heard, because you're not participating meaningfully in the so-called democratic process. Your right to vote is one of the most powerful rights given to you in this world that they call democratic societies. Shut up, woman, shut up, because we know you Labour cronies, you know. And this is where we turn to the propaganda war and all of them media cahoots. Because all of these so-called bright people, this dunce Dr. Nadine Spence, woman, you're dunce. Yes, Global TV is saying, Dr. Nadine Spence, you're dons. Good dons. We're not talking about no little pian ghetto dons. Yes, we're talking about the makeup face, high heel, just good dons with hairstyle, but nothing in the cup of the skull type of dons. Nadine Spence. Which part of our go on out here? On here. All right. Me backtrack. When them latter sent Andrew when I think I did Julian Robinson constituency conference was going on the other day. I think it was either Julian or Dayton made the statement that when Parliament returned, and I think it's Julian, when Parliament returned, I didn't understand. Me not talk to you, me I talk to my audience. When you hear me I talk, shut up. Your phone, stop getting on my business. Back to the people then. So during Julian Robinson constituency conference, Julian Robinson said, when Parliament resumes, we expect Andrew to be forced in an election before December because reports are going to start coming that will start unveiling the illicit MPs. That was the statement I was aware of made in public. Never hear the PNP them talk what report are going to come and we're in the report. If anybody is aware of that, let me know. Send it to me and let me know where to find it. I'm not aware of it. Then the report came. The report come and the Labour people them jump out and start discredit the Integrity Commission straight away, which is a move of a dictator to make sure if you do not agree with a body, you make sure you scrutinize them to make sure by the time the report is tabled in Parliament, whatever is tabled in the report is nullified in the public view. So it's almost like a trial by media before the report is being tabled. All right, the report come. One of the persons who received a copy of the report is the wife of the Prime Minister. Then we hear Cliff come out and say, the report have to do with the Prime Minister's statutory declaration. Then we hear Cliff come back out and say, me I tell you the timeline what me know about it on Nadine Spence. I mean, know you're dunce, so me have to help you along. Then Cliff come out, come tell we say the report have to do with accounts, plural, of the Prime Minister that was not declared. George Davis came out further, put more meat on the bone, and gave us detail of what the amount in the account, the process of investigation taken by the IC, the ruling, the suggestion of the Director of Investigation, the ruling of the Director of Corruption Prosecution. He quoted her. Who from the People's National Party, Nadine Spence, do you think is giving information to the media? Do you all want the investigation? Because we call for investigation, you know. All a propaganda warfare to nullify the report by the time it's tabled because it's a PNP and IC stitch up. You know, so they move what they depend. Is the labor right media them come out and attack? How them know details of what's in the report? So why them not talk with PNP? I tell them the details of the report. And who could the PNP don't get a copy of the report? So you are suggesting that the IC told members of the People's National Party were in the report. The Prime Minister said eager to see the report.
So since we're waiting on Haiti, just a quick question. Has there been any discussion within the cabinet about possibly tabling the Integrity Commission reports ahead of the Parliament officially coming back? I believe it's on the 17th.
Yeah, well, thank you for the question. And I figured you were going to ask that question too. And so essentially in cabinet, we didn't discuss that. That was not.
Shelley, you there? God no, Dana here I get to me now. Shelley, you there? Me case and talk. If you're there, Shelley, Dana here I get to me. Maybe we have to go tie Dana to her ass and drag her go to Shelley because she don't seem to want to contact Shelley. Maybe we have to go carry the by force or fire because we're fed up of this now. We're fed up. Me don't know who fed up a Dana here. If you have to fall a duck before Dana says something wrong. Me fed up. Shelley, you the ear? Jesus Christ, somebody call Shelley Curran. Call Shelley Curran for somebody who can't continue so. Until Thief in Sharon Burke say fi line up. Tell Thief in Sharon Burke say fi line up. We have some questions to ask she or the dopey.
Discuss that cabinet at all in terms of the tabling of reports. That's a matter for the Speaker of the House, as you would recognize. And so that will be done at the appropriate time, and we don't plan to comment on it until it is tabled in Parliament.
Well, I do take note of the tabling of reports. I believe one of them has to do with my statutory declarations. I'm pleased that they are now before the Parliament. And I am equally anxious to have them tabled so that I can address them publicly.
Hey, Prime Minister, want to address the report publicly. But the propaganda warfare, where the JLP and him blogger them launched after the IC in order to nullify the report, now go work. We now go focus on nothing other than your thieving account, them Prime Minister, because remember Warren Reid do the same thing, account here, account there, and them want a power figure. We want to know the details of those account, Prime Minister. Because the narrative where you send Cliff and George Davis come put out here, it's not a sellable narrative, you know. Now we get to understand, Prime Minister, Stephen Andrew said the election where you make case and put out in the air, preempt, you didn't know about the report and you know what's gonna come. So you think to say a fraudulent by-election can distract we don't know about it. If I think you think to say war can distract we don't know about it. All we're concerned about are your teeth in your bank account them. That's all we're concerned about. All we're concerned about is the tabling of the report. You could have commit the whole country to war. You could have taken up the whole bunch of useless JDF and JCF Senegal, Haiti. We wouldn't batter Ireland. It doesn't matter. We want to know about your thief in bank account them and the crime where you draw your mama in and how long your mama involved in a crime thieving, man. And them something that we want to know. Which boy with dignity would draw them mother in a them crime? Ghetto boy, a ghetto mentality that. So we can say Wholeness Mother is one of the mothers in Jamaica that is protecting and assisting their son to commit crimes against the people of Jamaica. Is it not, Prime Minister Holness? You're a criminal, your mama a criminal, your picnic them a criminal, your wife a criminal, the whole are no a thief, Prime Minister. All are no money launderers. Is it not? Bunch of crooks. You all are. The thief in Observer when I nothing for do. Why not don't imply Kitty? Because a number now go after, you know. Or not make CVM get Kitty before, no. Like when you Kitty I have postpartum breakdown. It's the best time for you to take her off a CVM and sent in the because she go get mother up on social media, so she go draw more attention. And attention the whole and run after. Why when you don't employ Kitty? Because you don't have nothing to do. You can't lose. Because I say all of a sudden, you can pluck up report out of thin air. Won't do. And report connive and collude and all sorts. But let's listen to the leader of the People's National Party response in relation to that propagandous investigation the Observer claim they have been doing and what their dodgy conclusions are.
I wish to address an article published by the Jamaica Observer today, which is filled with speculation, innuendo, and unfounded allegations. The article claims to report on an investigation involving 8 politicians, it says, from the JLP and PNP. The Observer article states that, and I quote, in almost all of the cases, the allegations have been made to the Integrity Commission by people who claim to have information surrounding acts of corruption or illicit enrichment, but there is no documentation to support these allegations, end quote. In other words, malicious stories may have been concocted and sent to the Integrity Commission for partisan political reasons without any foundation whatsoever. I want the public to note that this reporting by the Jamaica Observer is entirely separate from the 8 sitting members of Parliament cited by the Integrity Commission for illicit enrichment. The allegations reported by the Observer article are not part of the ongoing investigation by the Integrity Commission into the 8 MPs who are accused of illicit enrichment. In my view, this is a blatant attempt to confuse and mislead the public. I want to be clear. As leader of the opposition, I directly consulted with all sitting members of Parliament and senators of the People's National Party. And in these discussions, every parliamentarian from the PNP has confirmed to me that they are not aware of being investigated by the Integrity Commission for illicit enrichment. The PNP firmly maintains its position that any parliamentarian, from whatever side, who is guilty of the offense of illicit enrichment should face the full force of the law. They should be dismissed from public office and should never hold public office. Stands resolute in its commitment to transparency, accountability, and good governance. I urge the public to remain vigilant and recognize this report for what it is, a deliberate distraction from the Integrity Commission's investigations into the 8 MPs who have been identified for illicit enrichment. We want to know who they are, and we look forward to the reports coming to Parliament and being made public. This is a serious moment in Jamaica's political history, and I urge all Jamaicans to rely on credible, verified information rather than allowing partisan media outlets to distort the truth.
Visit our website at pnp.org.jm or check us out on Facebook at Jamaica PNP.
Jamaica, I've come across a video I'm going to play for you. And those at you at home, I want to tell me if something goes off it true.
So I am currently, I just run over to the supermarket, Progressive Supermarket, to buy some ground beef because I feel like I want to eat a burger. So may I pick up the ingredients? So I just come over to the aisle. You know, I'm coming from Canada, so I have some fresh prices in my brain. So I say one burger and things, so I just go buy the ingredients. So I come over the supermarket and them have scallion and thing and pepper and thing, and I see them label with them little Jamaican labels and stuff. So I feel so proud. But when I start look down on the prices, no man, I almost defecate myself when I look on the price. Me know that I can't even buy the ingredient and I find me I come from, and it's not that I don't have the money, but I think this is unjust. Look at the price. Let me turn on it. So this is one single salad tomato, and it is $732.04 Jamaican, product of Jamaica. When you do the conversion rate at today's dollar, this tomato is $6, right? For $6 Canadian for one single tomato. Okay? Scallion over there. This little bunch of scallion here would cost us like 60 cents in Canada. And look how much for it in Jamaica, $277.02. This is almost $3 Canadian for just this. Now we are complaining that the food price in Canada hard, but me never expect this at Jamaica for the local stuff them to be this expensive. How can the local people buy food for them a price here? Me I come from foreign and they not have them a price here a foreign. Much less the local stuff them down here, so 3 and 4 times more expensive. Me not even go look pan the pepper. A matter of fact, me I look pan the pepper. One single pepper, right here, so for $828. Do the conversion rate to Canadian and you will see how much. The cost for this one single pepper will give you 6 or 8 in Canada, just a FYI. Jamaica, we need to do better. Whoever the government is that regulate food down here, you need to come and pay attention to these grocery stores because they are not pricing this stuff for the local people. You understand? How can local people afford all of them something? A piece of dry up pumpkin for $300. See there? This a dry rotten pumpkin here, all they melting at the bag. You know, see it? Jesus. We need help, Father. Them things are off the record. So wicked. So wicked. Anyways, look man, like, tag and share this video so that people can see a Progressive Supermarket media. I'm in a business if they want to ban me if you not come back in here. They need to do better. And the prices on these things are ridiculous. You understand? They cost so much more money for it down here when the things them down here local. These are local scallion and local tomato and pepper. So make them have to be so expensive. Yo.
Area, something goes off the too. We can't complain in England about food price. I mean, £1 in Jamaica is what? Say 200 Jamaican dollars or so. £1 England pound to the rate now. I think it's about 200 Jamaican dollars. £1. We market them where we go, where we have what we call pound a bowl. Where we have a bowl of sweet pepper, you will get from about 6 to 8 sweet peppers in that bowl for £1. Onion, the same thing, £1. Orange, the same thing, £1. Apple, anything, £1. Pound a bowl. I mean, I talk about 1 in the bowl from 6 to 8. It's weird when you buy a pound a bowl and 4 in the bowl. I thought we were kind of scarce. But if it in abundance, you get from 6 to 8 in the bowl for £1 British pound. £1 British pound. A 1 tomato the man take up in, 1 sweet pepper, Hmm? Lord Jesus. And Jamaica people don't think they should do their farming. Jamaica people have them backyard a waste. Jamaica had a piece of empty land next to them a waste. We're not prepared to die. We have to prepare for die, for hunger. If we not sit down and see where it is going and nobody now plant. Hmm? Everybody can come get rich off of Uno. Uno can plant and put a lot of people out of business, you know. You can really plant and put a lot of people out of business and then drop them price because not every dog no want if in yam. No strategy. We black people in our politics, particularly we Jamaican, no idea, no strategy. We don't think it's all about supporting the political masters then. That's all it is about, you know. Supporting the political mass. The whole of no plan for dead. When I friend with America tomorrow, America put on a food embargo pound and see how hungry kilo no. Or on a frig with China and see how they take with the little rice and flour or a piss pan. But then still wrap it up go no. But on now plant yam and dasheen and banana and carrot and them something the car on a toenail and fingernails too pretty hungry could and kill no, no stay there. Damn fools. Me could have go in the supermarket, go buy one tomato. I'd rather not eat it. From Aki, ask anybody. From Aki, raised to £6 a tin in a Britain. Mr. Niami, coming now buy one tin of Aki for £6 in a Britain. That would equivalent to a 1,200 Jamaican dollar. Me now buy one tin of Aki so dear. So, if my family them can't send 2 bags of Aki for me when somebody have come up, me not eating it. I'm sorry. Coming out buy it for that. It's not that me can't afford it, me just not buying it for that. So if you want to take up your money, buy one tin of tomato, I would have walk, go as far as I can find the farmer. Go buy one pudding pan full. Me. One tomato, one pepper. In England, when you go to market, it's more expensive in a supermarket. In a supermarket, you pay about £1 something for 3 sweet pepper. £1 something. But if a market you go, you'll get a bowl of sweet pepper. The bowl holds 6 or 8 for £1. Same thing with onion and such like and such a forth. At the market, 1 LB tomato is for $900 and sweet potato is for, sweet pepper is for 12. Hey, Jesus. Have mercy, my God. It looks like we have to go ship pound a bowl from England to Jamaica. We have to go ship pound a bowl from England to Jamaica because we can't afford them food price then. But on a fingernail too pretty. On a slippers or on a toenail them too pretty figure use hoe and something then. If you go to Aldi, 6 for £1. See it there? Yes, Aldi you have things much cheaper. Aldi and Lidl, you will get things on a much cheaper level. But them food price there, Jamaica, it don't tolerable, not workable. Almighty God, one sweet pepper, one tomato, after one meal that you know. No, sir. This year rationing. This year a rationing. On a pretty toenail Jamaicans and on a pretty fingernail Jamaicans hungry go kill no Jamaican go and wear shorts and vests and slippers and just up and sit down on roadside and take taxi go hungry soon kill no. Don't start plant. Why do you think Bill Gates have buy up as much land in can in Jamaica? They might try to poison off one, you know. Oh no? God help you if you don't wake up Jamaicans. I don't know. This deep sleep where the whole and just scatter away into so. Everybody a milk, you know. Everybody come along the journey. Get a milking half of Jamaicans. Jesus Christ. Call the thief. Call the thief. All right. Bangaranga broke. Sharon Burke. Come I know you. Every time you hit in a media, Sharon Burke, you should have married to Andrew Holness, you know. Or I wonder if you not know, I know you're Andrew Holness woman. Because every time you're in the media, Sharon Burke, always something to do with money, and it's not the good side of it. All right? Hardware and Lumber said, when Sharon keep the Chris Brown and Friends concert, Sharon Burke come purchase lumber value 6 million something, and Sharon Burke give 1 million something. And Hardware and Lumber sue Sharon Burke for about 5 million something. Sharon Burke said she never do no business with Hardware and Lumber. Now, Global TV is left with the hard task of finding the ghost between Sharon Burke and Hardware and Lumber. Because we want to know if it's the dopey go to Hardware and Lumber or is Sharon Burke. We want to know if Sharon Burke and Hardware and Lumber do business before. We want to also know by what means Sharon Burke paid you that 1 million such a like and such a forth. If it was paid in check, cash, what means bank transfer? How was that money paid? Because Sharon Burke said she never do business with you. So we want to know if it's a dopey or if it's Sharon, or if there's a dopey lie between you and Sharon, or dopey a walk up and down in a Jamaica just like Sharon, or trust people things in a Sharon name. So you, Hardware and Lumber, need to come out, come talk more, because Sharon, Sharon said me never do no business with Hardware and Lumber. Me don't know what Hardware and Lumber talk about. Given the Jamaican society, where we know say Shirley Duppy left all the way from Canada, come collect money we owe to her, then it could well be another Duppy going around in Jamaica in Sharon Burke's name, walking and chussing things. Lord Jesus, Sharon Burke, one Duppy. We need to carry our mother Sharon. No, sir. Sharon, Paula, Keisha, Claudette. No, sir. Sharon. Sharon. Whoa! We have to go carry Sharon go our mother. Sharon certainly need a bath because Sharon will lose it, you know. Sharon is losing it. No, Sharon have a Shirley Duppy version of her. Sharon and a twin. Sharon, take off the glass look we see who we talk to. Sharon say, me, just for you. Don't call mine. Sharon Burke, you're wicked, you know. Every time this woman name pop up in the public, it's some chicanery business about money. Why all the while, Sharon Burke, you always in a money problem in a public eye, are always in some very cunning behavior. Where Andrew Holness be, man? with Sharon Burke and Andrew Holness, because every time it was them pop up in the media, it's something about them swindling something out of people. Hardware and lumber, so you come trust them something. You say adore you, we want to know what it up there. We want to know about the Shirley Duppy. God know, Sharon Burke, you're wicked. Pay the people them their money. Chris Brown concert was a sell-off. Sharon Burke. Pay the people them their money. You trust the people them lumber to set up your big illustrious stage. Sharon Burke. Go sell back the lumber them second hand and pay the people them their money you told up trust and don't pay. Sharon Burke. And make me tell on a liar labor, especially you Duns Nadine Spence, where the whole on walk with this doctor title think that one ought to be listened to. No. On a doctor title, the people is just another set of duns. It's just another set of duns because the academic fraternity give honor certain leverage to come out there and waffle and waddle and them stamp it and say, Dr. So-and-so said, bullshit, Nadine Spence, bullshit. Literally like that it is. It's no more than that. That's all you're spouting, Nadine Spence, because you're deaf and you're blind just like Horace Chang. Don't know if you rank like Mike Henry, but I know you're deaf and blind like Horace Chang. Thank you very much for being here with us this morning. The link for the whole day's broadcasting has been set and is out there floating about. Or Drive Time London is been already set on the Global TV studio. It's out there floating about. Join us at 6 p.m. UK time. I think it's 12 in your eastern neck of the woods for the Drive Time London on Studio 358. Thank you very much for being here with us this morning. Good morning and good afternoon from Global Television.